Alright. Jeez, where the hell have I been? Okay. Um, I really should have made this after I finished eating, but whatever. Oh, everybody sees a weird glass. This is just me blending a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables. And of course I got my chicken and rice. Trying to keep it clean and healthy. Okay. So I got this message from a, well, I guess I'll leave his name out of it, but you'll know who you are by your initials. M and, well, hold on, pull this shit up. MX is your initials. Okay. You'll know who you are. So, but he has a question, which is actually quite interesting considering what happened to me. What I would say about four-ish months, 3 to 4 to 5, somewhere around there-ish months back. Sometime back. It wasn't that recent, but not years back. Um, and his question reads as follows: Love your channel, thanks. I watched a bunch of your videos, including the one on how to have sex with a prostitute and not get caught. Hopefully you can help me with this. Okay. Shit. You know how when your contacts like clouds up a little bit and then there's like, I don't know if it's like mucus or whatever the hell that thing is that your eye produces over it. That's what just happened. Sorry. Where is this? Hopefully you can help me with this. Why is it that most women don't give most black guys the time of day? Oh, Jesus. Here we go. I should have read this through first, so I knew what I was getting into. Alright. Let's keep... I have too much I could say about that alone, but let's keep going. Oh, Christ. I do the whole make the first move bullshit. Yeah, it is bullshit. But never even get the time to get a word out before they reject me, and I guess, period. Okay. Alright, well, okay, let's keep going, because could tell me why, by what else you read. Let's see. And no one from my sister, 2 female friends, 2 male friends, can tell me what I do wrong. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. On 2 occasions, I even have one of my female friends talk to the girl who shot me down, and from what they report back to me, they never have a reason. Like, I'm ugly, or I dress like shit, or anything. It's just, here's a quote, I don't know, and the shrug. Quote unquote, I don't know, and the shrug. That doesn't surprise me at all, actually. It really doesn't. I then figured, okay, I'll try the online. I'll try the online. Okay, I then figured I'll try online since they can at least read it all, meaning I can get everything out without being cut off. This is true. Oh, the online. Oh, those days. Plus, if they message me first, they gotta be interested. You'd think so, but I mean, spam bots aside, you would think so, but not necessarily. I then find out that every girl that seems even marginally attractive says, yeah, yep, those days. I remember those days. Oh, and it's on all of them. It's on all of them. It's on OkCupid. It's on Plenty of Fish, at least when I was there. Like, how many years back is it now? It's even to this day, from what I've come to understand, to this day, on Craigslist. For the 1 or 2 out of a trillion that are not spam bots. Yeah. And, okay, let me just finish what he's actually saying. I then find out that every girl that's even minimally attractive says, quote, looking for a white male, and or flat out says, quote, no black man. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This even comes from some of the black women. Yeah. I got something I can say about that, but yeah. Can you please tell me what the hell is going on? Thanks. And then, okay, we'll leave your name out again. Your initials are MX, so you'll know who you are when I post this. Oh, Christ. Alright, how am I gonna do this? I really should have taken some notes or some shit. Alright, let me just try to wing this because I want to really finish eating and get on to some other business. Bullshit. Okay, so then as far as like you yourself, look, if you dress decently enough, and of course I'd have to see how you dress. Well, I wouldn't have to see. It's like women have to see how you dress, and the fact that um, your sister as well as your female friends, especially your female friends. Your sister, she might be a little bit biased, but maybe not so much. Thank God you didn't say your mom. Your female friends can't find anything wrong with you. Means that you're not dressing like a fucking nerd. You're not dressing like a dungeon master or like you know, comic book guy from The Simpsons. Okay. Um, like you said, when they report intel back to you, there's nothing to use. There's no information to use to improve upon yourself. Not that you should be changing yourself for women, but uh, yeah, that's unfortunate because nobody, your female friends who are probably going to be the most unbiased, um, for the most part, I guess, as well as the women that they go and talk to that shot you down, they can't tell you anything. It's like, okay, well, he smells. All right, well, then I'll just switch my deodorant. Yeah, maybe I'll take a more in-depth shower. Oh my God, oh my God, he dressed like a homeless bum. Okay, well, then I'll just head on down to, I don't know, wherever. I'm not gonna say any names because they haven't wrote me a check, but okay. They have given you nothing, so that's quite unfortunate. Can't really help you there. Okay. Why is that most women don't give black guys the time of day? I'm gonna say this, even though it's not really an excuse, considering that if black people or black men was to reverse it on everybody, they wouldn't like it. But honestly, it's the media. It's the media and just the constant outputting, and I'll explain it. But it's essentially the Western media, kind of Western media as well as upbringing for the most part. And what do I say? Well, you know, you might think, okay, well, Western media is favorable to black men. Oh, the hypersexual. No, okay. See, this whole hypersexuality of black men thing, that only makes non-black women fuck them on the side without letting their white, well, not white, but their male counterparts, meaning Indian women, East Indian women, Asian women, white women, Hispanic women. It just lets them fuck black guys. To like, oh, well, let's see if it's true. Let's see if it's true and all that shit. Quietly, like, shh, I'm going to give you some of this Asian or Indian or white or Hispanic pussy. Shut the fuck up. Because if you go and tell anybody, I'm going to have to fucking deny it or claim rape. Right? That's all that whole hypersexuality of black men, Mandingo dicks, and actually, I just started watching Jessica Jones after I finished watching Luke Cage on Netflix, and the way he was banging the shit out of that scrawny, I mean, hell, she wasn't even built to take a beating either. Like she will break in half, and the way he's beating the shit out of her with his dick, yeah, that whole thing, that only makes them want to fuck us on the side just to try it out with their one pass, especially when it comes to white girls, much less other girls, I guess. You get one black dick and that's it without being ostracized by your group, right? And that's what that does. But it doesn't make them want to be with us, want us for whatever reason. And then, of course, you have, again, like I said, the media where it outputs all this black shit about, all this black negative shit about black dudes, black people, and black dudes specifically. Um, that yeah, that helps. Now, again, the reason why I say uh, switch it around is because you could pretty much take Western media as the reason for a lot of shit. Um, let's say how it portrays Indian men and even women, Asian men especially, and Asian women. Okay, one is a kung fu master with a short dick that can't get no girls, even when he's making his own movie. Again, Bruce Lee, he made his own fucking movies, and even in that, he didn't get the girl, right? Right. There was like some weird awkward kiss or something. He'll whoop your ass, but he can't get the girl. And then of course Asian women, shit. Chun Li with the thighs, some fucking hentai poke pocket pussy. I believe it was Lily Tai, that porn star Lily Tai, that said, jokingly or not, when asked why does everybody like Asian girls so much? Quote, because our pussies are tight and they stay that way. If anybody remembers that porno. Was she joking or not? Was she joking? Was she joking? So again, media can media. Now, the reason why I don't take that as an excuse, even though that's the reason and excuse are synonyms, is again because when I want to have my fucked up thoughts about other races and groups of people, I'm not allowed to do that without being told, oh, I'm a bigoted and whatever kind of ism, phobia, phobic, whatever the hell. But yet they have that about black people, and they're left to it. So media is the reason, but I'm not taking that as an excuse. Okay, so that's why a lot of women, they won't give black guys the time of day, but if they get that fucking itch to get a little bit of fucking flavor, then they might go fuck a black dick, suck and fuck one, and again, shh, keep that shit fucking quiet, or else I can easily turn around and say that you raped me or something, or I was drunk or whatever. I would never think of fucking black dick just because I want to. Oh no, I was drugged or high or drunk or some shit. So that's that. What else we got here? How much time we got? 12:30. Okay, so what else we got? Yes, the well, here's another small one that I could expand on, but I'm just gonna hit it really quick. Even black women. Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, the black women that happen to only date white guys. Oh, they're not racist. Oh, they're not self-hating. They're not. They don't throw black men on the bus. They're not anti-black male. But every single dude that they date just happens to be white. Not even white and Asian and Indian. No, she's just going around testing everything out. Okay, fine. Just happens to be only white. There's not a single Asian dude that your black ass found. No, not one. Not one Indian, no Hispanic, nothing. Not a single Middle Eastern dude. No, it just happened to be white, huh? And this is despite accounting for, okay, well, there are more white men than other men by themselves in the country. You know, it's like whites make up the vast majority of people in the country by single race. Okay, fine. Split that in half. Like you split every other one in half, and it's still, okay, fine, but still. Take that getting either nullified or brought down by the fact that most groups and race of people tend to hang around their own people and be around their own people, especially where they live, and maybe not so much work, but live and all of that. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. That you happen to only, especially if you had a whole bunch of people. If you've only dated like 2-3 people in your life, and they happen to all be one race, fine. But if you've dated like 10, 12, 15, and they happen to all, put it to you like this, the Asian girl that only dates white guys. There you go. Now you understand and you won't play dumb. So that's how black women are. They're leave them, they're a lost cause, but do be careful of them if they not only date white guys or just non-black, but they also then turn around and shit on black guys. Okay, be very careful of that, because those are the same women Much like other women that only date outside their race or only date one particular person of one or one particular race that's not their race, right? They're the same ones that when that person of that other race starts calling them all kinds of weird names, starts calling her all kinds of monkeys or nigger bitch or some shit like that, she's the one that's feeling also hurt, and all of a sudden she wants to get back into her own group's good graces. Nah, she's out on her own. This really should go for pretty much any group of people. You know, like the white girl that just shits on white guys, but then when black guys or Asian guys or Middle Eastern guys just use her as some easy pussy and then throw her out. Interesting story on that, which I am going to tell you after this. And then she wants to get back into white society with the white power and all that shit. No. White guys, throw her ass out. Black guys especially, throw her ass out. Throw out the black women of that, because unlike white people who have the whole white power structure, Western Europeans, the civilization, all that shit, Western power, black people more than anybody can't afford that. Even more than Indians, more than even Hispanics, we can't afford to have women like that in our rank and file. So throw them the fuck out. They want white dick, they want Asian dick, they don't want to have nothing to do with black people, fine. Okay. Find out that even that's minimally attractive says looking for, yeah, again, media. Now, is there anything you can do about this? No, not really. And this and that right there that you just said about going online and finding all the even minimally hot by just minimal basic standards hot, or attractive or looks good, whatever you want to call it. White only, or at the very least, no blacks. That right there kind of gave me the fuel, right? Not even like the spark, but at least gave me the infinite amount of fuel to have the, I wouldn't say mentality or train of thought, but have the stance, that's the word, stance that I have, that kind of helped with that video you watched of how to have sex with a prostitute and not get caught. Not so much prostitutes, but just women in general, and just especially when it comes to other races of women. I'm just there for the pussy. That's it. I'm just there for the pussy. I don't want anything to do with you. Hell, I don't want a relationship. I don't want anything like that. Me and my girl's about to, well, we're moving out, put it to you like that, and we'll see how that goes. But I don't want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I just want the ass, and then you go about your business. I go about my business. I go live my life and build myself up alone. You go about your business and do whatever the fuck you want. I come around you, or you come around me when you want some dick or when I want some pussy. That's it. I don't, this shit where if shit goes wrong in this interracial relationship, all of a sudden I'm all kinds of nigger and monkey and chimp and all that shit by whichever girl is calling me that, white, Indian, Asian, whatever that. No. You weren't saying nothing about this chimp, monkey, nigger, banana, chicken, fried chicken, watermelon dick, were you? No, you weren't. But all of a sudden, no. Not in the fucking mood. Don't really have the time for that. So that's really the only thing I could tell you, dude, is like, you know what? Just get some pussy out of them and then send them on their merry way. There was a one song. What the hell is that song? Be Right With You or something. I'll have a link to it. And like in the refrain or verse, whatever the hell you call it, the chorus, one of the lines was bad bitches, fuck them, then dismiss them. There you go. That's your answer. Okay, especially if you're black, because trust me, get them mad enough and they'll start telling you how they really feel. You were just some fetish dick, okay? Sorry to have to say it like that, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. Sorry, but you know, you can't change how people want to feel. You can't change how people think. People don't want people thinking about them fucked up, but they'll happily think about other people fucked up. I mean, if black people were to think about everybody the way people quietly, especially around their own kind, talk about black people. I mean, white people, you all know. Asians, you all know. Indians, you all. Everybody, you all know how you talk about black people when it's a homogeneous group of you all. It's only Middle Easterns. Don't have to worry about anybody, the wrong person hearing it. It's only white. It's only, and hell, who knows? The black people might even say some things themselves, although it's nowhere near as fucked up. Because I've been around some of these non-black groups when they don't realize my big black ass is around, and I've heard some shit. So, and I mean, I hear black people saying stuff too, but it's kind of just insignificant shit like, oh, I mean, he's Asian. His dick is kind of small, and that's why she got to go to the white dude or something, or that's why she come to us because she wants that good stuff, or like small non-entity stuff like that. Not like those low IQ or they're a burden like this. The shit that basically leads down to the fucking Hitler with the camps and all that shit, and we need to cleanse the earth. So that kind of talk, yeah. So then. Interesting story. Tell you a story, and I'll try to make this quick because again, I got shit to do. So yeah, to answer your question, there's nothing you can do. Just try and get some pussy out of them. Do it in a way to where if they decide to claim rape, you can prove wrong. Like, oh well, you know what? This videotape shows that she was on top and holding me down while she was riding me. So how is that rape? Whatever you need to do. Don't trust these women out here. Okay. Again, the black women, nothing you can do. Most black women, I'd like to think, aren't like that, but again, okay. But interesting story. I was doing Uber and I dropped this person off, picked them up in DC, picked her up in DC, dropped her off at Montgomery Mall in Bethesda, Maryland. I had to put out the sun. I needed to piss so bad. Okay, I could have put out the sun, with the way I had to take a piss. Okay, so I park, run into the Montgomery Mall, run to the nearest bathroom that I was allowed to use. They're like, oh no, there's one for customers only. Oh no. Okay, finally done, and I'm feeling extra great, and I'm there walking jollily, merrily, happy-go-luckily back to my car to get back on the Uber and go make some more money. So I see this girl, and this was like, again, like was it 5 or 6 months ago? No. What was it? It was less than a year ago. I'll put it to you like that. It was less than a year ago. 8, 9 months. It was less than a year ago. I know that. Anyway, I see this girl, and I mean, and I'm there, giving her that look. Dudes, you give her that look, and interestingly enough, she gave me the look back. Now, I wasn't expecting that. Why? Because, look, we can all think that we're the best and we can pull any girl we want, and of course, I am no different. Of course, I think that. But, I have optimistic grandeur within reason, and I still live within my means, if you know what I mean. So for this girl to be giving me that eye back, I'm like, whoa, oh shit, I'm like, this is working. Like, what the hell? Like, I look like shit. Like I look even worse than I look now. I'm expecting her to like cut her eyes or like run away or some shit. Like I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, and I'm gonna go back to make my money. And I'm like, okay, so this is working. All right, well, what do I do? Let me follow through. I got shit. Okay, so point is, we start talking, right? And so I'm like, huh, this is quite interesting. Of course, I got a girl here, so nothing's really gonna happen. But it's nice to know that, still got it. Especially from a girl that was out of my league. Oh, okay, fine, right? And just to let you know, it was this girl looked like she came straight from fucking Sweden, so some one of them countries. We're talking pale, like, well, not even pale, but beach blonde, peroxide blonde, and dark bluish eyes and all that shit, right? And she was in shape. She was in good shape, right? So I'm thinking, huh, okay, this is interesting. Girls like that with the beach blonde or the peroxide blonde or the Addams Family jet black, unnaturally black unless they're Asian or a black girl hair, eh, those types and kinds of girls, you know the types, guys. They don't give my big black ass the time of fucking day. So for her to do that, I'm like, I'm the best, but deep down, I'm like, huh, what's going on here? So what was going on? We're talking, and then fresh out of nowhere, from over here, over there, somewhere, I hear "mommy, mommy, mommy" from two different voices, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I turn around, I don't see anything. I turn back to her after about 5 seconds, and then I see these two things on her ankles. I'm like, huh, okay. And I'm there looking at these two things, and I'm like, oh, so now it makes fucking sense. She wouldn't give my ass the fucking time of day, and I make sure she has two fucking kids. That's awesome. And just as I was about to take my eyes off those two kids, something kept me looking at them. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, okay, well, she just got two kids. All right, fine. White girl coming at black dude. Now that she... Actually, I'll get on that in a second. But she has two kids. But what the fuck is that with these kids? And I'm there trying to pull my eyes off, and I'm like, what is going on? She's sitting there patting their head, and, hi guys, how are you? Blah, blah. In the meantime, there's some, like, African-American or just flat-out African girl. She's there looking at me like... Because she could read my fucking mind. She was X-Men psychic. She could read my fucking mind. And I'm there looking at her, and she's there looking at me, and I'm like, And she's like, right? It's crazy. And then I look back at these fucking kids, and then it finally hit me. Wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, so these kids are hers. But one of them is half white, half Asian. The other one, and I've never seen this combination before then, and I've never seen it after, half white, half East Indian. So some Asian dude and some East Indian dude got at her. She got some kids out of that deal. I'm guessing she's by herself now because she's single mom. Okay, let's not. And of course she looked like she was from one of the Nordic countries. I don't know if she actually was. Maybe she was just full American white. But fact is, white girl. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Which, remember how I said I was going to get back to that whole thing of which kind of girls come to black guys, most black guys on average. Here it is right here. The kind of girls that give black guys the time of day, for the most part. Now, obviously not all the time. Sometimes it is just black guys cool, bad bitches trying to get at them, or like not bitch, you know what I mean. Is the stereotypes, right? The girl is fat, and nobody else wants her. Nobody in her own group wants her, so she goes to black guys. She might be older, like she's not pulling any guys anywhere anymore, especially the guys she wants, and she doesn't want the guys her age, so she goes after black guys. Okay. She looks like the baddest bitch out there, like this girl looked like, but then she got X number of kids plural, as was this case. No other dude wants her. I don't care how bad she looks. Like, what is a good way? What is the best explanation? What is the who can I give you guys as a close? You know that girl that played Ruth, Ruth, whatever the hell, on Seventh Heaven? And yeah, she was a kid back then, but what the hell is her name? Mackenzie, what the fuck's her name? Mackenzie Uh, Mackenzie Rosman. Yes, Mackenzie Rosman. I was about to say Wednesday Addams, but no. Mackenzie Rosman. Take her with beach blonde hair and dark blue eyes. That's as close as I can get. It's not exactly like her, but that's as close as I can get. That's as close as I can. That's as close as I can get it. Yeah, take her. Okay, that's what that girl looked like. So this sorry, I'm going off here. Those are kind of the people that nobody else wants. They think, okay, well, I can just go to a black guy and at least they'll take me. And that's probably what you're dealing with right now. That girl, she would not have given me the time of day if she didn't have them 2 fucking kids. Alright? Nobody else wants her. Nobody else is touching her with a 10-foot pole, so she's trying to throw that shit at me. And of course, I can't just take her and leave the kids. Obviously not. Right? Well, maybe not so obviously not, but I'd like to think not. Okay. She would not give my ass the time of day if she didn't have those 2 kids. Nobody else wants her, so now she's trying to Hail Mary swing for the stars. And she looked like she was like early 20s too, so it's not like she was even fucking older, right? Okay, so that's that. That's what black guys got to watch out for. These women of different races, and hell, maybe even of our own race, but especially different races, that think, okay, well, you know what? If I get too fat, or if I get a bunch of kids, or whatever the fuck, or God forbid, all of them, plus whatever else, at least black guys will take me. And this is where us black guys, we really gotta just stop taking whatever the fuck, right? But then, of course, it's not black guys. Here, and I'll end on this. It is not black guys, right, that are with these people. It just happens to be black because of this one reason. It's broke guys. Broke guys. You don't see any rich black dudes with fat women, you know, black, white, or otherwise. You don't see them with women that have other dudes' kids, unless maybe they have some kids of their own, you know, and they're both coming with kids, so it kind of evens out or something. But you take a rich black guy that's, I don't know, single or something, and successful and whatever the hell, he's not gonna be with some fucking honey boo boo looking bitch. It's bro guy, and that's what people don't realize. But the fact is, most black guys are of less financial, of less means monetarily than other people, on average. And so that's why it seems like black guys are loving all this shit. But no, it's broke guys, and they're just taking what they can get. You can see white guys that are like this, and to a slight lesser extent, you can see Indian, maybe some Asian, okay, certainly some Hispanic dudes, right? It's broke guys. Guys that are rich and powerful and successful, they're not dealing with this shit. They're not dealing with fat, overweight women, and they're not dealing with thin, in shape, attractive women that got a million kids by a million different dudes. Okay? And that is what you have to realize. So bring it back to you, requester of this video, or requester for some help, and I'm making it a video. Don't settle. Don't settle. Yes, most women, if they're looking pretty and adjusting bras and taking off panties for white dudes especially, and then every other dude falls in line, and then black dudes they're just not fucking with until they're over the hill. Their looks are either sliding, faded, or gone. They got a bunch of kids, or they're fat, or whatever. Then they'll fuck with black guys. Again, you watch the video, how to have sex with a prostitute and not get caught. Because when it comes down to it, it's all just sex anyway. So, that's it. Sorry it has to be this dark and bleak, but it's not really our fault that people want to sit there and demonize the media for making them look bad. But then when the media demonizes black people, people have most, if not all, non-black people seem to have no problem with that at all. So, Yeah, just don't settle, dude. That's all I can tell you. Just don't settle. Just don't settle. Don't take what you can get. The only way I say, the only time I'd say is to do anything like that is if there's some other thing going on, like you have some kind of whatever going on with the girl that you'd put up with that. But short of that, and by other thing I mean like, okay, she's helping you out financially and you're doing this for her. It's like some kind of business thing going on. That's the only time I would say put up with that shit. But short of that, don't. Just that's how it is. That's how they think about us on average. On average, whatever. Just get the pussy out of them and then send them on their merry ass way. Then you go live your single life and be happy and make good and get your money. Minimalism, and all that business, and make good. Anyway, sorry this took so long, but yeah, that's it. Later.